How's it going, everyone? Today I'm going to do like a part one of I don't know how many videos it's going to be, but I'm basically going to be talking about and showing you a lightsaber that I've previously built, but now I'm like kind of redesigning and kind of retrofit, I suppose. So we'll call this version 1.5, but this is it so far. This is the old emitter. I will be changing this. I'm going to switch to like a desk view so you can just see all the parts in my hands. So you don't have to stare at my ugly mug anymore. But this is it so far. So yeah, let's get into it. So what we have here is, well, my current version of the lightsaber that I had built a while back. I did add recently this trim ring and this extension that's like a gear. Kind of like Obi-Wan and Luke Skywalker's lightsaber from Return of the Jedi. This emitter was an older emitter I had where I had added this in from some old sink part, and I had to thread it and drill my own hole in this to get it in there. Use like a tap to get that all set up because I wanted that clunky look. You know how some lightsabers have like all those like knobs and crazy switches. This particular version has the switch on the bottom. It used to be red, like a red plastic tip. I just, right before this video, hot glued this metal thing I found on here. That's why it looks all haphazardly put on there. And now the glue has completely gunked up the switch. But anyways, this is a latching switch. I had originally designed this one to have the switch on the bottom so I can just push it up against my hip or my thigh to turn it on. But as I bought these two extra pieces that I stated earlier, the trim ring and this extension, I don't really like it there, so I'm thinking about putting it up in here and be getting anti-vandal latching switch that illuminates, so I'll have to wire in a resistor so I don't burn out the LED in the switch. I'll do that in a different video. But this is it so far. Thinking about doing using some gun bluing to make these fluted grooves black. And then I really, this is all modular, by the way, so you can just unscrew this. I'm gonna add this bad boy on there. Threads are dirty. But yeah, like that. Minus the switch at the bottom. So yeah, this is the overall design. I am going to put a plate right in here between the end of the choke and the blade emitter, or holder. I just call it emitter because technically whatever. So it'll have like this whole thing going on right here to kind of look like Kanan Jarrus' lightsaber from Star Wars Rebels. Love the idea of his. I might keep this pommel, but at the same time I might just use a cap on the bottom of this and just completely remove this. So the other thing is here's my LED module. Nice and fancy. I don't know if you can see that being kind of weird. Copper heatsink thing, the lens. Twisted my wires just so it's, you know, easier to pack inside here. This sits in here like perfectly. And I am going to switch it from, this one's currently cyan color, so it's kind of like a blue-green. Looks more green in reality for some reason, and I'm going to switch it for red. This pretty whatever lightsaber that was pre-built comes with a guarded latching switch, and the difference between latching and momentary is latching clicks on and stays on, whereas momentary you have to hold to stay on. Once you let go, it'll turn off. But you can buy these like board converters that momentary will work like a latching, but there's a circuit board you need, and they're not, you know, cheap. The other thing is someone had asked me about blades, and I'll talk about it real quick. You want to go with polycarbonate, and you can find these on various Saber websites or even eBay, and they're really not that expensive. I suggest, if you have the money, getting one with like a reflective film inside, so it's got a better glow. Oh, my fingers. Just kidding. You can buy the tubing at certain lengths. I suggest, well, I've only seen it in 1 inch, so there's that. And you'll have to, you can either buy it pre-assembled, where it's, the cap's already on it, and the blade's already at the length you want, or you can buy the tubing and the cap separately. And I have one of those in the garage, and literally the way it fits is the cap, you can just stick it in there. Most people will use like an epoxy or glue. Mine fit so snug that I didn't even need to use any glue, and I've gone outside and royally beat the crap out of a snowman with it, which was really fun. I wish I would have recorded that and posted it, but they have pointed tips, like they'll look like kind of like bullets, or they have the round ones like this. So that's about the blades. I would suggest checking out the customsabershop.com for the blades and other modular parts. Sorry. They have a good assortment. Sometimes they're out of stock of things you want for a while. That's probably the downfall. You are going to pay a decent amount of money for their modular pieces, but they're really solid. I mean, I've had this body piece right here for about a year, and this choke for about a year, and they've lasted countless amounts of me horse playing with it and hitting things. The trim ring, like I said, is new. Drawback is they can kind of get scratched if you're not careful, but hey, you know, that's what's going to happen. So this is so far my plan for the lightsaber. I will do another video sometime later in the week or next week, if not sooner, on wiring up your switches to your LED to your battery pack. It's super easy. I'm not an electronics expert. In fact, I looked at a schematic online for about 20 minutes, figured it out. You can always use electrical tape and twist your ends together, which isn't going to last very long, and it's kind of like half-assed. Or you can go out and get yourself a soldering iron. They're like anywhere between $5 and $20 depending on the kind you need, and you can do that. I'll show you in the video of what the wiring. I'll be using a soldering iron just because I like my connections to be solid. And then sometimes I'll either wrap them in electrical tape just so you know they're covered so they're not exposed. And I might be using heat shrink tubing, which will go over it, and you use like a lighter or a flame, and it shrinks around the wiring. That way you have a pretty clean, uniform looking electronic setup. So I will be taking the LED out of this one, like I said, and replacing this one. So this will end up being a red lightsaber, kind of going with the whole Sith aspect. So yeah, that's part one of this whole saber build. This is what I'm using so far. I'm probably going to steer away from this for this new build and go with this one because I've had this for a while and I've wanted to use it. I'm also thinking about adding some brass screws here, here, and here to give it some sort of a steampunk look. Not too sure yet, but thanks for watching. If you have any questions, leave me a comment. I'm willing to answer. I have no problem. I really enjoy this hobby. I've been doing it for about a year. Yeah, about a year. I started doing this when the Force Awakens came out, so yeah. I've built 3. This one's been rebuilt twice. This will be the 3rd time it's going to be rebuilt. Only because I don't want to sit there and spend a lot of money on different hilts. Or main body pieces is what this part's called. They also have like extensions and stuff like that. But like I said, if you have any questions, leave me a comment. I have loved to help anyone out. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more. You all have a great day.